Okay, hi there everybody. So we're going to do the comments so far today and from last night. So first of all, we've got Alice Al-Iraqi. Thanks for your efforts, my pleasure. And Nora, forever grateful. Thank you, Nora, as well. And Patricia here, you have get something down to a fine art. You enjoyed that. And great from Ronan, who's been watching Runabout Run Around. Okay, and Ossie, yes, thank you for watching, Ossie. Huh. Okay, and Boris saying thank you very much for my pronunciations of the D sound. Walked, needed, things like that. Okay, so Ronan says he thinks this new series is great. Okay, that's quite a good one. Okay, so literary artist is asking me to do one about law. Okay, law talks about something that is like legend. It's like what is legal, but between people. Yeah. So, as in folklore, let's see. Law, the facts and traditions about a particular subject, something that's been accumulated over time. So, I don't know, the folklore is the law of the people. Okay, so law, the traditions, the things associated with something that have been accumulated over large amounts of time. Okay, so Nora, true to form, teachers in the old days preferred in the old days to speak more than the students. Yes, a good example of true to form. Teachers should definitely try to speak as little as possible and get the students to speak as much as possible, particularly in English class. Okay, Akshat. Susan, who was fed up with the lark. Sorry. I'm reading things that aren't there. Susan, who was up with the lark at 4, decided to prank her neighbour by telling him that his lark had flown away. The neighbour did not react to this prank lark because he knew that Susan always larked around and did things for a lark. Okay, so decided to prank his neighbour. I guess you can use to prank as a verb, but I would prefer to play a prank on his neighbour. Is more common, by telling him that his lark had flown away. This neighbour did not react to this prank lark. I think maybe to this prank or to this lark. I guess you could put this prank lark together. Yes, this joke of pranks. Because he knew that Susan always larked around and did things for a lark. Oh, one other thing as well. Susan is normally a girl, so to prank her neighbour. Okay, Nora. Is it a true to form habit of his? He always comes late for the meetings. It's okay. Okay, a true to form habit. But a habit is when you are true to form to what you've done. So, he arrived at the true to form. He arrived late at the meeting, as is his habit. Yeah. Arriving later at the meeting today was true to form. Yeah, because true to form is saying that this is a habit. It's something that they always do. Okay, Nora. She always surrounds herself with children. It is her true to form habit. So again with this habit, she always surrounds herself with children. And true to form, she's surrounded by children right now. Okay? So I wouldn't use it as a habit. Somebody is true to form. It means they're following the habit that they normally follow. Yeah. So true to form, there will be a video tonight at 6 p.m. UK time. Okay. So, TikToks daily, you love it. Thank you very much. Douglas Russ, superb for vitiate. Okay, and vitiate, mar, but lose one of the R's. It's probably a typographical error. To mar, to vitiate, to spoil. And then you always enjoy. I'm glad to hear that. I'm really happy you always enjoy these. Okay, it's Luke Roberts about his Segway song again. For Segway, also the track numbers will change, and also it will end on the last number for CD runtime, like 4 minutes 49, and it will start on, I guess you could use on, I'd prefer at, for the next track. That is what I saw on my CD player, and it's definitely part of Segway, aka also known as Segway. Okay, with a W, it's this machine that you ride on. Okay, so Mohammed, we've got many different people from all the walks, and in order to live with them in a great way, we must discern them first, trying to decipher, understand, fathom the way they treat us compared to the way they treat others. Okay, this is not bad, Mohammed. Let's see. We, in order to live with them in a great way. I would just change that for well. You're quite a fan of using this way, and you tend to avoid adverbs. So when you use the word way, Mohammed, or you want to use it, try and use an adverb instead. Okay? Normally we use this way for things like adjectives that end in ly, and you just can't put an ly to make it. Okay, Sarindo Nuwan Gamaje. Okay, thanks for teaching such nice uncommon words, sir. My pleasure, thank you. Okay, and Neog. He will invariably know his mind in such like matters, without putting things into perspective, and adhere to it in a disconcertingly pervicacious manner. Okay, unpleasant, as if it were his father's company. We do not matter, we do not exist. Personally, I would like to have worked in a different project than that of this one, than that of the one I'm currently doing. Had I known that he could be deucedly, extremely obdurate, stubborn in such like matters. Okay, I've got no corrections at all. That's very good. And Neog. An unprejudiced enumeration about any kind of topics. About any kind of topics. Okay, about any topics, or about an unprejudiced enumeration about any topic, I think would just be more natural, would involve enumerating them, warts and all. Okay, this is an example of using warts and all, showing the good and bad features at the same time. Okay, Neog again. Could you perhaps go down to Tesco and fetch me these stuffs? So notice, Neog, normally stuff is uncountable. Fetch me this stuff. A stuff. Very unusual to have it countable. I've got my hands full at the moment, I'm afraid. Okay. Mohammed says, great one as usual, so thank you. And Luke Roberts is still... Check out his track Segway, is what he's asking for. Okay, so... Odenaev. I think so. Probably Odin, if I'm right. It's very good. Thank you for your good lessons. Thank you for watching. Play your cards right. Okay, and Neog. I've told you it's a fool's errand to waste your breath on this nincompoop, this stupid person. He will have his own way eventually. Good. So, a fool's errand, something that's not going to be successful. Yeah, and to waste your breath, to talk, yeah, to say things. Don't waste your breath. Don't say anything. Just imagine it. Okay, Mohammed, I've come across a phrase which was in high gear. I guess it has an abstract meaning. So what does the literal phrase? What is the literal meaning it gives? What is the literal meaning it gives? Okay, well, the literal meaning in high gear in your car. First gear in your car is low gear. Fourth or fifth gear is high gear. So if something's in high gear, it's going very rapidly. The project started in low gear, slowly, and then recently it has moved into high gear. It's going very rapidly. Okay, Neog, no worries, I've got my set of wheels. You won't be delayed and you will be there just in time. Set of wheels, that's great. Okay, my car. And Neog, it gets my goat. Well, maybe Smart Alex get your goat. But, well, maybe Smart Alex know-it-alls, people who know everything, and ultra-crepidarians are some of the people that get my goat. Okay, I love this word, ultra-crepidarian. Okay, an ultra-crepidarian is somebody who gives opinions beyond their knowledge. They keep talking about things, but they don't really have any knowledge about it. This actually comes from the Latin sutor ne ultra crepiam, shoemaker, not beyond the sandal. Yeah, so a shoemaker should only concern himself with shoes and maybe not with politics, and that's the idea of ultra crepidarians. Okay, and regale. My teacher regaled me about what type of student I was in elementary school. Okay, that's fine. Good English, Mannequin. Mark Twin. Excellent. I'm studying CNC programmer. I'm studying, I would probably say CNC programming in Spanish, and I didn't understand very well. Hardwired. Yeah, the connections are hardwired. They go from A to B. So, thanks for watching, Mark. And Nora Mandur. Lark, great to see you. Ah, yes, Nora again. This song, I listened to it. It's quite slow and quite relaxing. I rather liked it, and it's probably a good thing for me. So, thank you for that one. Okay, Neog. And, I've got to up with the lark on the morrow. Okay, you can use this. I've got to up with the lark tomorrow. I've got to get up very early on the morrow. I've got a lot on my plate at the moment which needs doing before tomorrow evening. Because by the day after tomorrow at this time, I will have been presenting my PowerPoint presentation as well as my poster seminar to my teacher and classmates. I will have been presenting. I would probably say I will have presented. And you know well, I dare say, how nerve-wracking this seminar lark could get, especially if it's your first time. It's an uncharted territory, if you will. Okay, an uncharted territory. I might say an uncharted territory, but an's okay. Therefore, by this time, I should have been in deep slumber. Yeah, you should have gone to bed earlier. Regrettably, I cannot get to sleep in the least, only because of my neighbours who are probably having a party of sorts. The loud music emanating, coming from their place, is really doing my head in. I love that phrase. It's driving me crazy. These blokes have so much time to lark about, and look at me. I have to work my guts out just to present myself as a regular student. What a detestable state of affairs. Okay, so one little point. This phrase, I've got to up with the lark on the morrow. This is very formal. The rest of this is fairly informal. This as a very formal beginning, it's like a joke. It does work, but be careful of concordance with formality. This as a joking intro sounds great. Okay, and Neog. Hark now, hear the lark, whose plumage has got marks. Bark, bark, dog, you bark. When is it dark? Chase the lark away. I love it. Well done, Neog. Okay, Giliola. His intelligence, analytical ability, all the interesting gifts and all his interesting gifts were of no use to him, because at certain moments his tormented character vitiated and obscured these accomplishments. That's a very, very nice sentence. So notice when you've got this list, comma, but here you can use the comma in Oxford comma or not, but I would say and, yeah? One quality, two qualities, and all his interesting gifts were of no use to him. Okay, that's a good piece of writing, Giliola. Well done. So, Geoffrey Halliford. Geoffrey Halliford. Hi, could you give me a shout out? Hi there, Geoffrey Halliford. Welcome to the channel. You're going to have real fun here. Just started this channel and I've been watching your videos for a while. Thanks. So thank you so much, Geoffrey. Every time you make a comment, with a bit of luck, you should get a shout out in the comments video. And Static Blaster, your video is outstanding. I never heard of this word before, and I'm a fluent native English speaker. Thanks for vocabulary lessons. Swill. Okay, yeah, to swill. Swilling whiskey all night. Okay, so Preet, thank you. Thank you for watching Garble, Preet. Sonic, I would like to give you a 5-star rating for your efforts and bringing up new words to learn. My pleasure, Sonic. Thanks for watching. Okay, this is today's quiz. We finished ahead of schedule, full steam ahead. My boss gave me the go-ahead. These sentences above are easy to guess guess what the right word is. Plus, there's a huge cruiser ahead of our boat. Ahead is your word this morning, teacher. And as I've answered, first correct answer. So well done, Katerina. And this is Svetlana, who also says ahead. Well done, Svetlana. And Polyglot. Good morning to you, Polyglot. Thank you for watching. And Nitu. Her slurpy sounds. That's to slurp. While swilling wine irked me, made me angry, and started to grate on my nerves. That's a great piece of English. Well done. I love it. And Mark P. Hola, senor. Hello, sir. In this sentence, if someone speaks out against a crime years after it happens, does using different tenses happen or happens or happened change its meaning? If someone speaks out against a crime years after it happened, no, it doesn't change the meaning at all. Let's see, if you're using the present tense, you're using a present tense as a narrative to tell a story. Yeah, but you could easily use happened as well. Years after it happens, both are fine. Particularly as you've used speak for the first one. If someone spoke out against a crime years after it happened, if you use a spoke, then happened, but happens, both fine. And Akshat, don't forget to swill your mouth with water before going to bed. Good example. Okay. There is an exquisite piece of music called The Lark Ascending by the British composer a British composer of the first part of the 20th century. Ralph Vaughan Williams. Yeah, Vaughan Williams is very famous. A charming fantasy full of hope and light sadness. I gave this a little listen, and it's a really good example from Music of the Lark. So, Renyard, shalom, and thank you for sharing this with us. Akshat. In a general statement like "at this age, people are confined to beds or bed," what should I use? People are confined to bed. It sounds much better. You could say people are confined to their beds, but people are confined to bed. Uncountable general. Akshat, hello sir, I hope you're well. I love the way you take my name. I say your name or the way I pronounce it? So, Akshat, great name. One of the guests called the meal as pig swill, this is Roland, which triggered a brawl in the roadside restaurant. So, you've got a little problem here, this as, because called, it's not as means similar to, yeah? And he didn't make a simile to pig swill, he said this food is pig swill, so without the as. Patricia, whenever I bend over backwards, my boyfriend scolds me with great passion and says I should look ahead. Okay, I bend over backwards. Well, this could be physically. You bend over backwards, you work as hard as you can to do something. Okay, but you're trying to get this word ahead into it, which is definitely the right answer. Either he is convinced he has a better sense of direction, or he thinks I'm cock-eyed. Whoa, I can't see straight. Not doe-eyed. Gosh, he's beautiful and wonderful. But what if I have a prescience of impending doom? That's funny. Okay, hovering over the horizon, way beyond the big blue ship in the picture, sailing on the water, the one with the striped hat, and with whom or with which I cannot always see eye to eye, if I don't shake off this heady effect, this woo effect, and will swill its dregs, the very bottom of the glass, to the little fishes down below. This is suggestion of dying or throwing it away. I will be constrained to head it off, to send it in another direction. Of course, with a sinking and very heavy heart. Then I can realize, I can really go ahead, bend over backwards again because I'm headstrong, but I will not let anything go to my head. It is always in the clouds, thinking about sublime things, looking for some silver and gold lining. Every cloud has a silver lining. So notice this is full of images, it's full of idioms, it's full of phrases alluding to other phrases. This is a lovely piece of writing again, Patricia. Thank you for sharing this. Okay, Javi Lopez. Hi Alex, I'm happy as a lark with this video of yours, talking about that beautiful crested winged animal. Take care, best wishes. Great to see you here, Javi. Thanks for commenting. I get the feeling you're a bird fan. So, Joan Katrine, thank you so much. I couldn't tell mumble and mutter apart, but now I can. You helped me so much. Okay, so for those of you who don't know, to mutter, you're talking to yourself, oh, this bloody man. And to mumble is to talk unclearly. Maybe you mumble if you have a speech impediment. Yeah, he mumbled because his mouth was full of food. But to mutter, to talk to yourself, yeah, or to talk very quietly. So, ahead for Dommy. Yes, definitely the right answer, Dommy. And Patricia again. It could also imply Spartan, so the video is no frills, sad, gloomy, or could the frills be an intrinsic part of the product? I don't think the frills can be an intrinsic part of the product, but maybe from a visual or an aesthetic point of view, yes. But frills implies extras, yeah? I just want to know if I want to use this expression. If there are no frills, you may not see the robe or the bouquet. I was asking a guy in the telephone shop for advice, and his whole attitude was a no frill one. No extras. He had no sparks at all. I'd probably say no spark at all, uncountable. Sometimes I wonder how people get their jobs. But that's easy, Patricia. It's because his uncle, his grandfather, his brother-in-law owns the company. That's how the world works, isn't it? It's disgusting and depressing. Even a priest's attire has frills. Look what happened in the Thornbirds. So, frills. I think frills imply extra. Yeah, but in this idea of no frills, but the dress had frills to it. These clearly are an intrinsic part. So if we're using frills metaphorically to mean extras, then it's not an intrinsic part. But if there was a frill on the tablecloth, a fringe, that definitely would be intrinsic. So, Maria Mikkonen. Hi there, Maria. Thank you. You connect the expressions to a lot of extra information. That is the thing that makes me function properly. Nice work. We learn by listening carefully. That's very nice comment. Thank you, Maria. And Slow Vibe Sunset. The professor scolded us for the meagre, okay, to tell off, to scold, the meagre marks we got, the poor marks we got in our latest mathematics test. John's parents scolded him, that's very bad, for not doing the dishes. Even though we told off John, I would probably say told John off, he still continued to behave in an irresponsible manner. So let me just refresh this, because I bet there are more comments since I started making this video. Let's see what we've got. Yes, definitely. Look at that. Quite a lot. Okay, so we were with Slow Sunset Vibes. Sherwin. Hi, Sherwin. Great to have you. The ladies swilled their problems away with Grey Goose this night. I love this. They drank their problems away. Had to park for a minute for one to recover. Okay, that's great English, Sherwin. Well done. BT, bad trip. What's the meaning of BT? Okay, a bad trip. Well, the basic meaning is if you take LSD and you have a really bad experience. But they use this BT, bad trip, much more metaphorically nowadays. Anything that was unpleasant. So that meeting I had with the boss was a real bad trip. Yeah, I didn't enjoy it. Yeah, this project was a real bad trip. Working with this client is a real bad trip. It's something that's unpleasant that you don't enjoy doing. So FAQ. Bad trip meaning, yeah, so that's the idea. Something unpleasant. Okay. Jean sang. See, swirl, sniff, sip, savour. Okay. To swirl. To see. To sniff. To sip. To savour. All good words, Jean. Okay, so Ronan's been watching Swill, thank you. He swill beer in his pastime. So, he swills beer in his free time. Yeah? Swilling beer is his pastime. Okay, yeah, swilling beer used to be one of my pastimes, but not any longer. So, Ronan's been watching Medal. Thank you very much. Manji. Hi there, Manji. Great to have you. That's great, sir. Launching another mode of interaction. Thanks. Wish we could converse with you. That's probably the next step, isn't it? So, thank you very much, Manji. Wonderful to have you watching. And that's it for this morning. So, if you enjoyed the video, give it a rating. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to my channel and I'll see you soon. Bye for now.